day, everybody. Welcome again. This time, meron lang tayo dito may di-discuss. Maybe you can consider it as one of the most asked uh, problem, because in most cases, trial balance, nagre-result siya ng errors, and these cases are most experienced by students. So ito yung kanilang question, how come hindi pa balanse ang ating trial balance? So these are the errors na nagiging cause nung bakit hindi balance ang iyong trial balance, and at the same time this video will show you on how to correct them and analyze the findings and how you will affect it so that you can correct your trial balance. This is just a short course, so let's move on by demonstrating a particular problem. So let's see. Okay, this is just a quick application of the solution dito sa ating problem. So basahin natin ang problem. The bookkeeper of Dale Company made a number of errors in journalizing and posting as described below. So number 1, a debit posting to account receivable for 50,000 was omitted. Okay, so since the 50,000 was omitted, let us effect the 50,000. So number 1, please take note that your accounts receivable is an asset, and sa inyong trial balance, it is shown as one of the debits, So ang kanyang balance ay nasa debit, Kaya in this type of problem na ma-encounter nyo, you will effect the correction on the debit side. Okay, let's go back to the given. Supposedly there should be a debit posting of account receivable. Your account receivable should be 50,000 more, or it should increase by 50,000, and it was omitted. So to correct that, so let us effect the 50,000. It is just that easy. That means to say, kulang ang iyong AR kasi hindi nga na-post yung debit na 50,000. So at the same time, you will find that your trial balance, assuming everything is equal, ito lang ang error, your debit is understated by 50,000. Assuming everything is okay and this is the only error, short talagang yung debit ng 50,000. So that's how you will treat that, Okay, next. Number 2, a payment of accounts payable for 60,000 was credited to cash, so which is correct, and a debit to accounts receivable, dinebit ang accounts receivable mo instead na accounts payable. So there are two items affected here. So ang number 2 natin, we just do this, accounts receivable. Okay, ang sabi kasi, ang iyong account receivable ay dinebit ng 60,000 instead na accounts payable. So bawasan mo siya ng 60,000. So dyan mo i-effect dahil ang account receivable ay asset at ang kanyang amount ay naka-reflect sa debit. So sobra siya ng 60,000, kaya babawasan natin. At the same time, ang ating accounts payable, which is the correct accounts na dapat na credit, your i-debit, for that matter, for that particular problem. Dapat ay debit to accounts payable, no? So, i-debit natin ngayon ang iyong accounts payable by 60,000. So, ang isang liability with credit amount but negative, that means to say, yan ay debited. Okay? Siya ay nasa credit, but since it is a negative amount, that denotes a debit. Okay? That's how it should be. Kasi nga, ang problem ay should be a debit to accounts payable. Okay? So, that's how it is. Okay, next. Number 3. Number 3 natin. Tingnan natin ang problem sa number 3. Okay. Number 3, a credit to account receivable for 45 was posted 45. So, anong effect nito? No? Whether nakita mong dollar yan, it's just the same. No? That is another error na nilagyan niya ng dollar yan. So, numerically, 45 pa rin ang kanyang nasa journal or nasa ledger for that matter. And eventually, nasa trial balance kasi 45 talaga ang kanyang nireflect. No? So, in reality, may difference talaga siya as far as the arithmetic is concerned. When you try to get the balances, no, there's a difference of sort, no, 44,955. So, ano ang naging effect nito sa trial balance? Okay? So, that means to say, ang iyong accounts receivable ay over ng 44,955. Sobra siya. Kasi 45 lang ang or sorry, ang kanya dapat credit ay supposedly 45,000, no? At ang iyong kinredit ay 45 lang. So, you need to credit more, no? Kaya, credit another 44,955. So, that's the explanation. Kaya, credit more. 44,955 more. Additional to the previously credited na 45. Actually, even the dollar should be corrected. Okay? Next. A cash purchase of equipment for 36,000 was journalized as a debit to equipment and a credit to notes payable. Okay. And another error, yung pang notes payable ay over ng 63,000. So, we will correct, no? Okay. This is how it is. Ang yung notes payable ay babawasan natin, no? Babawasan natin ang notes payable. No, how are we going to eliminate the notes payable? So, i-debit mo yung notes payable mo. Yan. And also, it should have been cash, no? So, in that case, ang cash mo, ang iyong i-credit naman ng 36,000. Yan. Kasi, hindi mo nga in-effect yan, no? Okay, since in that case, hindi nga siya, alright, yan, even in the journalizing, it is credited to notes payable, no? Okay, no problem, no? Based dito sa understanding ko, even sa notes payable sa journal, 36 din siya, no? But in the posting, that's what we are talking about, no? So, sa ating posting, sobra siya. So, sa ating posting, i-correct pa rin natin siya. No? Alisin natin yung 63. No? Dito sa trial balance kasi, no, ay nai-credit siya ng 63 during the posting. So, ang ating ledger account ay sobra, no? Not only 36, but 63 ang sobra sa ledger. And at the same time, ang ating cash naman ay sobra din ng 36,000 because hindi siya na-credit sa journal. So, ang i-credit lang natin sa cash ay 36,000, which is the correct amount, no? The correct amount for the equipment is 36,000. Okay? Okay, next. Ang ating number 5, no? Ang ating number 5 ay ito. So, let's see the problem number 5 or situation number 5. A debit posting of 20,000 for purchase of supplies was credited to supplies. So, instead of debiting supplies by 20, kinredit mo pa. No? So, it made a double effect of, because instead of adding, you deduct the amount. So, nagkaroon ka na ng error for not debiting it. And you made another error for crediting it. So, ang effect niya ay double. Okay, 40,000. So, short ka ng 40,000 as far as supplies is concerned. Posting is what we are talking about here. No problem sa journal. But when posted, no, it made an error, no, by instead of crediting it, or rather debiting it, no, it was credited. So the overall effect is 40,000. Number 6. Okay, no problem sa account. The only problem is the amount. Okay, so overstated ang number 6. Repairs expense is overstated. So overstated siya ng 900. Okay, so we will deduct. So reflected siya sa debit because expense is a debit balance account, no? Okay, next, number 7. A debit posting for wages expense, no, was made twice. So overstated ang ating wages expense. Kaya this is how you treat that problem, ha? Okay, so sobra siya ng 60 because it was recorded 2 times, no? Twice. So sobra ka ng 60,000 as far as wages expense is concerned. Okay, number 8. A cash purchase of supplies for 70,000 was journalized and posted. So, okay tayo sa journalizing and posting. Only the problem here is that the amount is wrong, no? Kulang yung amount. So, we will make a correcting entry out of this. So, kulang, ano? So, dadagdagan natin. No? Ang supplies mo ay understated ng 63,000. Yan. So, dadagdagan mo. At yung cash naman, since kulang ang iyong kinredit, we will credit more. Credit pa natin siya ng another 63,000. Yan. They are both reflected sa debit because they are all, the two accounts are all asset accounts. So, which have a debit balances, no, as their original and normal account, no? Okay, so all in all, that's the solutions, or the procedure on how to correct them. So I will give you a much, okay, so okay, yan, para mas makita nyo na malinaw yan. So these are the adjustments, no, posting adjustments to be made. So I hope you are able to follow and understand why do we have to do that, no? And I just thought of this so that you can be able to understand how this trial balance works, and how are these accounts now being manipulated, no, in the trial balance, no? Okay, so you can have an idea. Okay, finally we just have to know how much is the effect in each column. Okay, so let's see the difference. Okay, so after effecting all these adjustments, we find that the adjustments in the asset column is okay, let me see, is it really lower or higher? Actually, in this case, no, the asset adjustments, no, is, shall we say, higher, no, it is not lower because negative siya, no, the adjustment itself, no, is higher because 111,855 at negative balance, no, and comparing to 123,000 negative. So that means to say the initial balance of the credit, no, as far as the trial balance is concerned, is higher, no, and when we corrected them, it made a higher, or a larger adjustments, no, larger adjustments, and this adjustment, shall we say, is the deduction of the credit balance is more, so it had to be 123,000 decrease comparing to 111,855 decrease asset. Now, as you compare in this particular balance, initially, what made these two columns, no, differ is the 11,145 pesos. Again, if we will get the true picture of these accounts, no, at this point, since these are all adjustments, no, we had a larger, no, a larger deduction on the part of the credit compared sa debit. So initially, mas mataas talaga ang credit, no? Mas mataas ang credit. Kaya nung to make it balance, it required, no, a 123,000 decrease comparing to 111,855 decrease only to the asset, considering after this adjustment they are already balanced. So, well, it's not really the case, ano, kasi wala naman tayong beginning balance na binigay, no? Ang naging focus lang ng problem na ito is how we will treat the errors, no? How are we going to affect the errors considering the given problem, no? Paano mo i-correct ang mga findings. So, with that, I hope na naintindihan, ano, and it's just a matter of procedure. So, just try to go over it and for you to better understand. Okay? So, thank you very much, and I hope you get something out of this, no, analysis of the trial balance errors. So, thank you very much. See you again in the next video.